If you're trying to make better photos in order to sell them, this video is for you. The secret, it's not in your camera, so we will be using Lightroom in order to edit this photo. Without further ado, let's stick around and get started.
Alright guys, so that's it. We are ready to go. Now I have a mic so I can basically record the audio and it's going to be easier for you to see what am I doing. So actually this Ferrari belongs to one premium car store that I've been serving from 4 months now, I am pretty sure. So this is a Ferrari SF90, and the last thing that I want to talk about and make sure that you understand is that this photo will be available on my Gumroad. So just go there, click in the link and just download. In this tutorial we won't be using any LUT, so we will be creating everything from zero, right? So the first thing we are going to adjust is the light here. So I'm gonna increase the contrast value until the 35. I think 35 is pretty cool, so I'm gonna click here in this icon so I can see the original photo and the edited. So that's it. I'm gonna just decrease this value here. In shadow I want to decrease just a little bit, just to add more mood to my photo and make this SF90 photo moody, right? So I want something darker, so I'm gonna decrease the shadows value, something around -35. I think is pretty cool, so I'm gonna just click here to see what's going on. And now I won't change any white and dark values, right? So I'm gonna just go here. We can create one curve similar to the letter S. All right, I'm gonna put this dot down over here, and this one which is similar to the highlight parts, and this here are the shadows, and these at the middle are the midtones, right? So I'm gonna put the midtones up just a little bit, just like so. I think it's pretty cool. And the darker, I'm gonna move this up just to have more information, because if I do something like this I lose a lot of information, so this is not good. So I am gonna just put this down a little bit, something like that, so I can check this here, and here we are. This is really nice, and I can close this tab. Yeah, I can click here to see what's going on, what I'm doing. Yeah, this is with the curves and this is without. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So here this part is going to be really interesting because we need to correct the color, so make sure that you understand this part. If you see that your photo have a lot of green, you can basically put this dot close to the pinkish, right? Because you need to basically correct this, because if I have a photo like this, I don't want this. I want to correct the color, the brighter and the darker, right? So I'm gonna just increase this value just a little bit. And here in temperature, I see that my photo is kind of warm or something. I'm gonna just put this dot here in -3, and if I check here and if I check here, I can see the difference. This is without and this is now without, and this is now. It's like, it's a really, like, it's not easy to see the difference, but you can see it, right? I can't explain this very well. I want to change the foliage over here behind the car, the foliage color. So I'm gonna click here in this darker, and in this first guy over here, if I'm not wrong, this is hue. All right, my Lightroom is in Portuguese, no problem at all, right? So I'm gonna decrease this value just to create something like that. I really liked it, and let's see how it's getting on. Yeah, I like this, and let me see. I want to increase the saturation of my red, right? So just to create something really strong or some violence characteristic or something like that. So I like this one. I can see how this is affecting my photo, something like this. I think it's pretty nice. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, so now guys, it's going to be one part that is the most interesting part, because if you understand it, it's going to be easy for you when you try to do it with a different photo, right? So I'm gonna open this tab over here. I'm gonna click here in color correction, and now I can definitely bring some color to my photo, and I'm looking like something bluish, and in the mid-tones over here, I'm gonna just leave this like so. And this guy, I think I am going to bring it around this greenish like so, and I can just, you know, play around with this needle over here. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Let me see the before and after. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the highlights, right? The highlights, I like something yellow or something like that, because I think yellow brings some cinematic mood. I don't know, but look at that. This is, you know, this is totally different. Look, without, with, without, with. So I really enjoyed this part, right? So now guys, we are ready to move to the last part, because we already worked with the colors and the color correction. So these two first parts are really important. So now we are going to play with our effects and our masks. All right, so in this tab, effects, you can find that the clarity and textures can really change your photo. If you bring this down just like so, you see that we have this kind of cinematic mood. All right, I really like it, but in this case we are going to use it differently. All right, so I'm going to increase the clarity in order to have more information, and I'm gonna leave textures here, and I'm gonna click in this mask icon over here. I'm gonna click in the linear gradient, and I'm gonna click here and drag just like so, because I want to add more shadows, and I want to direct my focus to my car. I want to direct my focus to the car, because this car is not mine. Yeah, so I'm gonna just leave this here, and I'm gonna bring this down just like so to create more moody, and I think this is pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and we can do the same thing here at the very top. All right, so I'm gonna click here in the plus icon and find linear gradient. I'm gonna click here and do the same process. I'm gonna bring this up just a little bit, move this down, and basically we just need to rotate this a little bit and bring this down just like so. Yeah, I think now it's pretty cool. So if we click here, we can see the original, and we can see the edit that we are creating, right? So this is really nice. I just want to increase, I want to decrease, I just want to create more moody here, so I'm gonna just leave this around something like so. I'm gonna just rotate this a little bit more. Yeah, pretty cool. So the last mask that we are going to add, it's one radial gradient. Create something like this, rotate this a little bit, and now I'm going to reflect, and then I can just, you know, decrease the clarity a little bit. Something like that, I think is pretty cool. And the texture I am going to leave like this. So basically guys, you have created a nice color grading for your photo. So this is the very first, and this is the photo with all the adjusts. So I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe in this channel, because everything I do is for you, is for us. The future is creative. See you the next video.